How do I respond to someone who's experiencing extreme distress? The simple answer: the best way to respond is by being a source of love and stability. You can do this by doing one or more of the following: show compassion, validate what they are feeling, and communicate an understanding that this particular thing or everything feels extra challenging or even impossible for them. A deeper understanding. We will go into more detail about responding to someone in distress when we discuss the SIT method in part 3. What is isolation? Isn't it just when someone spends time alone? The simple answer: isolation is when a person feels disconnected from others and or out of touch with who they really are. A deeper understanding. Isolation is often thought of as someone spending time alone, but this is a common misconception for two primary reasons. The first being that we can experience isolation even when we're surrounded by others. And the second being that simply spending time alone doesn't mean that we're in isolation. There is a difference between choosing to spend time alone and feeling incapable of connecting with others. It's important to remember that while isolation can involve a person spending time alone, the act of spending time alone is not unhealthy. However, feeling alone, regardless of whether you are or are not, can cause a person to feel distress. This is why it's so important that we understand the difference between solitude and isolation. Solitude, or as some may refer to it, alone time, as well as me time, is when someone chooses to spend time alone to reset or recharge. Solitude is a healthy form of spending time alone and is often chosen by someone who is seeking time to themselves for reflection, growth, or rejuvenation. This is especially common for anyone who identifies as an introvert, many of which seek out solitude for what is often described as the joy of being alone. Isolation, on the other hand, is an unhealthy, often involuntary state of feeling detached, lonely, or forced away from social connection. It is often the result of one or more of the following. 1. A lack of belonging, feeling as though they do not fit in and are unwanted by others. 2. Feeling incapable of being themselves or speaking their truth for fear of being judged, rejected, shamed, or harmed. And 3. Not wanting to be a burden on others.